Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Kickback, it's going to be a really fun Bisu versus a Flash game here from 2024. Top right, it's our guy Bisu, and in the top left, it is a Flash. Hello, says Bisu. It is Flash here under his well-known Smurf name Barcode VV. Flash says hello. He knows he's been identified here. So Bisu, I think, has the upper hand here because this barcode name is not as identifiable as this barcode name, is it? All right, so it's Kickback. You know Kickback at this point, right? I don't have a lot of maps cast on this map. A lot of games cast on this map. But look, got a nice third base. You got a second base here as well. Just you have to wall this off, and you got 3 bases. But there are so many fewer minerals and a lot less gas here on these Vespine geysers than the 5,000 and the 1,500 that you have inside the main base. So you just have to make sure if you're going to go a 3 base at all, it needs to hit earlier than normal because those bases will be mined out a lot faster than the main bases, right? And that is true for the expansions as well. The expansions on Kickback at 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock are all low mineral count and low gas count. The only full gas count and full mineral count bases there are on the spawn locations in the corners. So, okay. So again, this is going to be a Patreon game for those of you who are supporting me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. Appreciate the support. Love you out there. Hope you enjoy this cast the week of July the 26th, 2025. If you're watching it then, you're the best. And if you're watching this in August 2025, tap that like button and subscribe, man. I'm here 6 times a week with StarCraft Brood War content. We've got live streams Thursdays, Fridays, Saturday, and Sunday on this channel as well. How cool is that? Anyway, SCV on the scout out, trying to see what's going on. The answer is not much. Honestly, not a lot happening here. Cybercore gas, not getting gas quite yet, is Flash. So he's going to go for an attempt to wall off against early aggression and then get an expansion up here. Yep. On this, his second base. I don't think it really matters which one of these 2 bases you take, whether it's this one or the other one that is accessible from your main, but maybe just flip a coin and make that determination that way. What do we got here, folks? Cybercore coming in. Still no gas. He is worried about a Zealot showing up and just kind of waltzing into the base because it could be really problematic if that happened, but good thing scouting, right? Steve the SCV is here to scout. Here to see what's going on, and what he sees what's happening is nothing really crazy, right? We got the gas, we got the Cybercore, we got the range upgrade. We probably have a Dragoon in production rather than a Zealot first, so that's actually kind of nice for him because a Zealot showing up he'd really have trouble with. A Dragoon, he can build a bunker, get a Marine in it, and pretty much be okay. Whereas a Zealot is much, much more able to run by in a situation like this, and he's out faster too. So, good scout off here. SCV dies. Expansion goes down as soon as the SCV dies, so that Flash doesn't know whether a second gate's getting tossed up, or an expansion's getting tossed up, or maybe a really fast Citadel of a Dune for DTs. So now Flash has to prepare for all of that. He's got to prepare for maybe a 2-gate play, maybe a 3-gate play, maybe fast DTs, got to get detection, got to spend money on that. Is it going to be 1-base reverse stuff? That's another option here that Bisu has. This is getting dangerous, man. I mean, yeah, see what I'm talking about? 1 Marine, well, 2. 2 Marines inside a bunker. Dragoons do not want to walk past that. A Zealot is much more likely and willing to do so. Factory finally coming up for Flash here at about 4 minutes. And everything's okay for him, right? He's not going to get crazy aggressively attacked here. He's not over-preparing for this either. It's not like throwing down another bunker desperately. He's not making a ton more Marines. He's just letting the factory finish. Just sniffing out that he's okay. Just gambling at this point because he doesn't really have any information otherwise. He's entirely in the dark. And I love this third Nexus from Bisu too. Oh, that's so good. Third Nexus from Bisu coming in. Again, special thanks to RJB for sending me this replay. If it's a great replay you've seen on the channel over the last couple of years, it's definitely an RJB replay. He goes through tons of replays from tons of different sources, finds me the best ones, and without him, this channel would not nearly be as cool. Anyway, Dragoon's firing at the bunker. We've seen this a million times. The repair is good. We have seen players fully repair the bunker not recognize it was fully repaired, and then the SCVs stop repairing because it's at 100%. The Dragoons burn down the bunker, and then the Terran dies. But if Flash does this, I'm going to be a lot less excited. I'll be very sad if that happens to Flash. He seems to be on top of it, though, right? He's holding steady. And one of the secrets, too, is not have enough SCVs to where you do fully heal up the bunker, except he... Okay, hang on a second. That, for a second there, I thought he was at 350. Oh, okay, so yes, he's getting to 350. They stop repairing, and then he's immediately getting them back on the repair. You can see it. You can see it there. That's cool. Now a siege tank shows up, and now the Dragoons are like, all right, all right. We don't want to fight a tank and a bunker. We're not that crazy. Third base finishes warping in from Bisu. He's got himself 3 more gateways coming in, a robotics facility, and an observatory. He's worried about spider mines, which technically are not researching, as the machine shop is not researching anything right now because, I was going to say, oh, I thought that was a command center. Because there's a barracks at the third from Flash. But no, not at all. Everything's fine. Dude, he's getting a +1 vehicle weapons without getting siege mode. Why is it not getting siege mode? This is the weirdest micro story of all time here. Can Bisu bust in? Oh my gosh, he wants that tank. He's kind of targeting, gets one of the tanks. He just kills the other tank and says, oh, I guess we're free inside the natural base. SCVs perform a citizen's arrest. You must kill these. They do. They kill one of the Dragoons. This SCV has a kill. It's a Dragoon. Oh, man. And there's really not a follow-up to this at all, so, I don't know. It's annoying. Losing your first 2 tanks for Flash is really bad news. I don't think it's the end of the world here. However, Bisu is on 3 Nexuses. He is at 39 probes. He did force some SCVs off the line to try to do citizens' arrests on these Dragoons. The Dragoon does scout the lack of a third base here from Flash, so that's good information to have. And machine shop's still not working. What's Flash doing? Observers, yes. Shuttles, yes. Reaver Tech, also a big yes here. Right up above the assimilator. Dude, why are the machine shops quiet? Does he not have... Like, did he sneak in siege mode when the Dragoons were all up in his base? Maybe? He's not getting spider mines. He is also not getting vulture speed. Is this just like push with 3 Marines, and a bunch of tanks and try to win that way? Is that what's going on here? That seems insane if that's what he wants to try to do. But I keep looking at the production tab. I keep staring at the machine shops. They are quiet. They are still. What? All right. Siege mode. Siege mode. Okay, an 8-minute siege mode startup. I kind of feel like you're pretty vulnerable to big Dragoon attacks again. Not that there are a lot of Dragoons here. Bisu's trying to get a 4th base down the right side. Citadel of Adun coming in. Zealots being produced. Bisu's playing this like a regular old macro-style game, thinking about getting a 4th Nexus down at the 3 o'clock, but Flash doesn't have a 3rd. This is like a 9-minute siege mode timing attack. Yeah, this is where the Dragoons poking out is necessary. You cannot let these guys show up at your front door without knowing about it. So, Bisu pops out, says, aha! Flash is coming across to try to kill us today. Is he? All right. Let's take out these Marines. Let's get a nice concave going. Siege is done. And there you go. You force the siege up. You drop a Reaver in the middle of the pack while you're at it. Zealots try to force some Zealot bombs there, too. And the splash damage on the tank. This sieged up tank is getting targeted immediately. Vulture show up. They don't have speed. They don't have spider mines. What an absolute shutdown here by Bisu. It's not over yet. There's still a lot of Terran here. But army value overall, if you do some quick math in the top right, it looks like Bisu is ahead. I love the burning down engineering bay, trying to provide some vision, and it will until it actively burns down. It's not being repaired. There is an SCV. Well, there was an SCV around here. Well, more are coming anyway. Maybe they can repair the engineering bay. Priority is probably repairing tanks, though, if I had to guess. And yes, it does appear to be so. So Bisu does not get a 4th base, right? He poked out to see if there was an attack coming, saw it, did not actually get a 4th, and a Reaver's free inside the main of Flash. The turret's down. The turret's down. Oh, he decides he needs the Reaver back home to defend against all of this stuff, so he pulls the Reaver back. It's going to show up here in a second. Nice Zealot Dragoon. Like I said, there's just so much Protoss here. Oh, man, every tank dies. There we go. Every tank dies. And Vultures aren't going to be able to do anything about this kind of a situation, that kind of a setup. Oh, man. So Zealot inside the base does end up getting cleaned out. 101 to 71 supply here. I think Bisu's got this thing won, folks. I'm looking at it. I'm staring at it. And yeah, that's it. Flash, GG's out. Bisu gets the win in one heck of an action-packed PvT on Kickback for your Patreon game of the week. Holy cow. That was amazing. Yeah, the Reaver stuff was great. The Dragoons, the fast third base really paid off in the end there. And what was the most important thing was getting out across the map, seeing that Flash was coming for him at that time, not getting a fourth, instead forcing a siege up in the middle of the halfway point between the two bases. It's a short rush distance. It's not cross spawn here, so it's going to make it a bit of a shorter game generally. But at the end of the day, yeah, just too much stuff here from Bisu. Got up to about 50 probes, didn't lose anything. There's no Vulture run-bys, no Vulture drops. Flash was going for about a 9-minute siege mode timing attack with a little bit of Marine support, but no Spider Mines and no Speed Vultures either is going to make that hard to do. And at the end of the day, Bisu had too much stuff. He had too much map vision. He had great control. The Reaver stuff as part of the defense, and the Reaver on the other side of the map was doing some pretty good work too until it got pulled back to defend, which I don't know that it was necessary for that, but that's okay. You can do things that aren't necessary as long as you win, and you will be just fine. All right, that's a GG. 44,000 to 36,000 points here in favor of Bisu. He outproduced Flash. He outkilled Flash. He outraised Flash. And he outspent Flash. The quadfecta getting the win. That's what we're talking about here today from our Protoss player. Should be happy about that. Definitely should be happy about that. And at the end of the day, that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.